Let's now take a look at how the judges, individual judges, pronounce themselves in the matters before the Supreme Court on the 7 different issues before the court. And the first issue was on the basic structure doctrine and whether or not it was applicable in Kenya. Now, the argument that in order to amend the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the 4 sequential steps are not necessary as pronounced by the 2 superior courts below. And a majority of the judges disagreed with that, and Justice Ibrahim dissented on that. Does the basic structure doctrine apply? A majority said it does not. Justice Ibrahim says it does. And the second issue on whether or not the president can initiate constitutional amendment changes through the popular initiative and Article 257. On this matter, the majority of the judges said he cannot. One judge, Justice Njoki Ndung'u, said he can. Another judge, Justice Lenaola, said he cannot and said that he did not in this matter. The third issue before the court was on the second schedule of the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, in which there was a proposal to have 70 new constituencies, and the question was on whether or not this proposal was legal or constitutional, and the judges were unanimous in that decision, saying it was not constitutional. That proposal to have 70 new constituencies was unconstitutional, there having been no public participation on the schedule. The fourth issue before the Supreme Court was on civil proceedings being instituted in any court against the president. And the judges once again were unanimous in their decision, and in their verdict they said the president cannot be subjected to a civil matter before court while he still holds office. The fifth issue that was before the court was on the threshold of public participation, whether or not the threshold was met. And the judges were unanimous in their finding and in their verdict that there was no obligation under the law for the IEBC to ensure that the promoters of the amendment bill, the BBI, complied with the requirements on public participation. The sixth issue before the court is on the IEBC's quorum, whether or not the IEBC had the requisite composition and quorum to undertake the verification process under Article 257. On this matter, the majority of the judges said yes, the IEBC was legally constituted, but one judge, Justice Ibrahim, said the IEBC lacked quorum at the time. The final matter that was before the court was on whether or not the ballot paper should contain one or multiple questions. And this is a question raised regarding the interpretation of Article 257(10) of the Constitution, and the decision was unanimous on this one. The judges said the matter was premature, although Justice Njoki Ndung'u gave further opinion on the same matter. Let's move on now, still on BBI judgment. Both proponents and opponents of the Building Bridges initiative in the political circles have welcomed the ruling of the Supreme Court, arguing that there is no judicial clarity on the process to amend the Constitution. The politicians led by former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka indicated that the ruling demonstrates the maturity of our democracy and its core institutions. However, while welcoming the ruling, Deputy President William Ruto faulted top politicians